Yo, what is up, y'all? So I've I'm learning this lesson right now. I've been learning this lesson, but this is a lesson that your girl had to learn today. Okay, let me get myself situated. But organization matters, no matter how small it is. If you can real life put something in an environment that helps you stay productive and it won't clutter your mind or clutter your space, then do it. Like, don't wait until later when you looking for something and you can't find it because you didn't put it somewhere where it was convenient at the time, but it ain't where it belong. Like, I felt, and in a sense that actually wastes more time, and it's part of those atomic habits when they say the things that you're trying to implement into your life, things work smarter, not harder. So, like, basically, a prime example of an atomic habit is if you know that you want to start cooking more, you do small things like keep your seasonings close to the stove, keep your oil close to the stove so that you don't have to waste energy going looking for the seasonings that you always use for every dish. Like, that's why a lot of people that cook keep salt and pepper and oil next to the stove, because it's a habit. It's a great habit to have. It's the same thing like how in the military, the first thing that they do when they wake up, they gotta make their bed. That's an atomic habit, because if that's the first thing you do, that's the first thing that you value, and when you come home, that's it you don't have to worry about it after a long day. That's something that you don't even have to pause. It's something where it brings you comfort after you had a long day. You don't have to worry about it. You don't it's like one of those things where it's out of sight, out of mind. It's less clutter that you have to worry about, because our mind tend to get cluttered when we are disorganized with a lot of things. Like, for instance, me right now, I've been doing this since last year for real, but as of yesterday, well, the past few days, I say, because I ain't even just go count the days, because I ain't been counting the days. Maybe the last few weeks or something, I don't know. But I keep organizing and reorganizing my folders in my Google Drive, my files in my room, and just like different things that I have, that are the projects that I would like to work on, right? And I realized how the structure that I was working with at first, it doesn't work for me, because what it did is it required too much work for me to find what I needed to find. So then I tried something different. And then in me trying something different, I realized that I didn't take the necessary steps to solidify that second option. So now I have to go backwards and do that same process again. And now, in a sense, that's wasting time, all because I didn't do my due diligence and take my time that first time. If that makes sense, like, it's simple in a sense. It's just like how making coffee is a perfect example. Like, when I was working at a coffee shop a couple years ago, uh, if you if your workstation not organized in a way to where you get in a rush, you can work productively. When a rush comes, you going to be chaotic in the mind, because you ain't got no dishes to do this. You probably finna burn some milk. You probably got to go get some more milk out the back because you didn't restock the fridge like you was supposed to, because you was too busy running your mouth with the people around you. And then customers say that the bathroom, that they don't like how the bathroom looks, so now that gotta go get handled, and not to mention that you in a rush, so it's like, what's going, like, that's when you have to weigh your options. Like, that's how you get in that bind to where it feel like it's not enough time in the day, and it's all because you didn't set yourself up for success to make sure that you're able to conquer the day. Like I'm gonna keep saying this. Shout out to Lauryn Hill. Stuff be so simple, but we choose to make it hard. Like it's wild to me, because it's like us as people, we sit and complain about a lot of things that we do to ourselves. Like I take heed to that. I forgot who said it, but I heard it so many times. But it's actually in this song I love, that I currently love right now. It's by this man named Gifted Hands, and it's called "Why Not Start." And in the song, he says, "Hold on, I got," because you got to say it right. He say, "I'm ashamed that I used to shift the blame when I hadn't done my part. Like say it ain't so. I'm ashamed that I used to shift the blame when I hadn't done my part. Like say it ain't so." That's what he said. And that part really sticks with me, because it's like we complain about the things that didn't work out from the work we didn't put in. So it's like the reason why things not working out is because you didn't put enough work into the things for it to work out. Like you can't, like for instance, perfect example. Oh my, and it was crazy is I had I was thinking about this recently. In high school, I used to have the hardest time in track practice. Like I could not stand track practice. But when it came down to the meets, I used to just take off and just be running. Like I always had power to just go. But whenever it came down to working out up in practice and stuff, your girl was out. I think I smoked too much. But your girl was just out of it. Like I just could, like the day that Mr. Washington had us going up them stairs, boy. Oh man, I think I was ready to cough up a lung. He had us going up the stairs, through the third floor, down the stairs, through the basement, and doing that same cycle over and over again. And man, now I probably could do it. Then your girl could not get it together. Like but when I had lost that 200 meters, I ain't gonna lie, I faked the injury. But like when I lost that 200 meters, the thing that was running through my mind is you can't get upset of something that you didn't get from work you didn't put in. I did not put in good effort when it came down to practice. For one, I did everything they told me not to do off practice, when I was out of practice and when I was out of the meets. And I wasn't conditioning myself properly. I was actually doing the opposite of what I was told to do. And it was and I learned how that backfired on me and how my body responded to this pressure. And shout out to what is it, Free Soul, and what is this? The hip hop preacher, E.T. I can't think. Why I can't think of this man's name? Hold on. Eric Thomas. Like, I know this man's name. I was finna call him Eric, but I just didn't want to get his name wrong. But because also the song "Diamond Out of Pressure" comes to mind. And in the beginning of the song, he said, "For a diamond to be produced, it has to go through extreme pressure." I said, for a diamond to be produced, it has to go through extreme pressure. And if you can't take pressure, then you're not a diamond. I had to do it because that's how he said it in the song, and that's how he said it in his speech. And I feel like you ain't saying it right unless you give it. If you give the effort that he gives, like if you say his quotes, you gotta give the pressure that he gives in his quotes in order to feel it properly. So if you can't take pressure, then you're not a diamond. Hold on, I gotta play it so y'all know what I'm talking about. Why I say it like that. Hold on. Oh my goodness, why my nose itch so bad? Oh my god, please.
I've worked at some of the largest retailers on the planet.
So, an ad decided it wanted to play. So,
For a diamond to be produced, it must first go through extreme heat, extreme pressure. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? For a diamond to be produced, it has to go through extreme pressure. If you can't take pressure, then you're not a diamond. I push through the struggle and level up out of my pain.
I got a fire inside of me that cannot be tamed. But nah, like for real. I've been learning like it's a rest in peace to Coach Carter, because I remember him telling me during track practice, he said, "You got power, girl, use it." And I kid you not, ever since then, I always just took off. I always just like I just I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm this type of person where I just move, I just go. Like I and my pop said it too. He said that you one of my child that's not scared of anything. You just go. You just go for it. Like a lot of them question, but you just go. And that's something that I realized like ever since he planted that seed in me when I was in high school. I took it and I ran with it, because like sometimes you have to just take that leap of faith and just go out on faith on yourself. Cause like I kid you not, when I was taking like when I legitly was putting my all into practice, I hit first place with no problem. Like talk about dusted them girls. Like, and it was amazing because I would say that was my best year. And those be the things that one has to really pay attention to. Like really take heed to when you are your best and how you get there. Like the journey in itself, and paying attention to what you need to pay attention to. Stop being distracted about the things that you can't control, the things that are meant to quite literally keep you distracted, to be an obstacle in your way. And that comes with being organized and being disciplined enough to declutter and stay decluttered. Like even now, like the reason why I keep looking around, because I'm looking at my room. I have this bad habit of just putting my clothes wherever I want to put my clothes, because it's my room. I don't know. I ain't nasty. I ain't junky. But I see my coat right there. I see a shirt right there. I see a shirt right there. Some chips right there. There's a whole bunch of papers over there. Some notebooks on my bed. And I'm looking at and I'm thinking about it like, hey, yo, you have to, like your room is your sanctuary. So it's like if your room is cluttered, if you are unable to have like a good flow of energy within your room, that's the reason why your mind cluttered. That's the reason why you're unable to think clearly, because you're unable to see everything that you need to see clearly. And that's why I said like I've been learning this habit of putting things where they belong, getting out the habit of, oh, this seemed like a good place for me to put it right now, so this is where I'm gonna put it because it's more convenient. Like, no, the amount of time it takes to lay my jacket down is the same amount of time it'll take for me to grab a hanger and put it on the hanger. Like, and it's about being organized in the small things. That's just like the conditioning with the military, and how the first thing they got to do is make their bed. And like, that's a conditioning to where you paying attention to the small things, because if you keep paying attention to the small things, you'll be more attentive to the big things, because your mind will be clear of the things that don't really matter, because you never really notice how the small things eventually become big things. And it's all about how you choose to look at everything. And that's something else I've been learning too. Like, really just taking heed to everything that I ingest as far as like information. Cause like, I was listening to I don't know, I love listening to old gray-haired men talk. Like, I feel like old gray-haired men got the best wisdom. Old women too, old ladies, they got good wisdom too. But lately, the old gray-haired men have been having some amazing wisdom lately. It's been hidden different. But I was listening to this man, and he said, actually, I took notes, and I wanna speak on it because it was so profound. He said, work smarter, not harder, right? Working smarter is your mental diligence, right? Working harder is your physical diligence. He said, you are working your body to the grave because you refuse to work your mind. Being organized is you working your mind to solve problems before they become catastrophic problems that hinder your body's movement. Like, I kid you not. Last year, when that flood happened, it humbled me because I realized how cluttered my room is. I lost so much stuff I thought I valued in a sense. And it was crazy to me because it's like that taught me to be more attentive to how I keep my room. Because it's like, if I was being more mentally diligent at the time, I would have been better organized. I wouldn't have had things how I had them. So now I'm allowing my brain to work as well so that I can move smarter. He said these are all constructs. Everything you think whatever you think your limit is a construct. So it's like, if you say I can't do something, that is a construct. If someone else tell you that this is not possible, that is a social construct. Like, he also said that we see things as we are instead of how they are, because we assume lack. Ooh, like, oh my God, shout out to Myron Golden, because that man is golden. Man, it's the gray hair. Gray hair wisdom. That's what I'm going to call it now. Gray hair wisdom. I'm going to stop calling him gray hair old man. I'm going to just say gray hair wisdom. I love gray hair wisdom. That's the one. That's the term I'm going to use now. Shout out to the gray hair wisers. Cool. And another quote he said in this video is, life will pay you at the level of value you create. So it's like, if you create constructs of value that can help you stay productive and keep you in that energy, then life will pay you in that energy, because you open space for God to flow in that. Oh, and this is the perfect and my teacher said this too, and I've been saying this too. It's so crazy how all of this aligns. Like, I heard somebody say this, and it's that come on, Shayla, I know you excited, but come on. So a lot of times we say that we ask God for things. We stay begging to God, can you do this, God? Can you solve this problem for me, God? I really need your help with this, right? That's the prayer. And God would give us everything we need to build that thing that we pray for. But we still praying to God and asking God to fill up this cup. But God gave us the cup He gave us the structure to build the cup so that the spring can fall into. But it's like, pause. Let me say it right. Let me backtrack. So think of the term when they say, is the cup half empty or half full? Or like the cup, you can't water other people's cup until you water yours. And you mean you can't fill anybody's cup until you fill yours. What else? It's another term. You can't give from an empty cup. But specifically that third one I just said, you can't give from an empty cup. So it's like a lot of times we be asking God, like, can you fill my hands up, God? Can you fill my hands up? God be like, just make the cup. If I put it in your hands, it's gonna fall straight through, and you're not gonna be able to hold what you need to hold in order to satisfy your needs. So build the cup, and then I will help you. A lot of times we keep asking God to, like, we still have our hands out asking God for that handout, when God is telling you, I understand you have faith, but you must do the work. You must build the cup that I told you to build. Yes, I'm willing to help you, but you have to build the cup. And we still asking for reparations. We still asking for our just due. But God is saying, okay, I'm willing to give you your just due, but you must fill the cup. I gave you everything you need to build the cup. Just do that. And that's where we be blocking our own blessings, playing God in our life, and we get mad at God because we won't even listen to God. Like it stuff be so simple. Like organizing, staying organized, being disciplined, and doing all of the, like, bettering yourself, making your life more convenient for yourself. That is something that's so simple. Even if it's just straighten up your room in a way to where you can function properly. That is so simple compared to the things that you give your time to on a daily. That's actually easier than scrolling. If you really think about it, scrolling for hours is hard on the brain. Cleaning up your room for 15 minutes a day, that's not that hard. Making sure that you're straight, that's not that hard. Especially if you spending hours on your phone. Like, to text out a message out of anger, man, listen. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But I truly feel like when it comes down to a lot of things, we choose to make things hard. It stuff be so simple. And like, that's the message. The message is, stop making it harder than what it needs to be. Just do the work and the blessings will come as they are supposed to. But first you must do the work. And then you will be blessed beyond measure. Because your blessings is already there. Like, I just read a message, and it said that exact thing. And now I see what it means. Because when I first read it, I'm like, But now I see exactly how to apply it to life. Because a lot of times I read things, I hear things, and it kind of gets clouded in my understanding on how to apply it properly. And I've been learning that me expressing myself on this channel, it helps me to apply it in real life and to see it through my eyes. Because a lot of times we ingest all this information as we scrolling, and it sounds good, but how can you apply it to your life? How can you use this information to better your life and actually help you grow as a person? And it takes you to make you and to break you. So with that being said, choose how you want to show up. Choose who you want to be in this day. Choose who you want to be today. Choose who you want to be tomorrow. Forget who you was yesterday. Understand that what happened yesterday. You can learn from it or you can repeat it, but that's your choice. So choose who you want to be today. With that being said, peace out.